Hey you guys, it's your girl Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. And I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I had a video. I actually had recorded a video when I went to Jamaica last year, for y'all, and never got to upload it. So let's get into it real quick. So this video will basically be me sharing my story, sharing my testimony of everything that I experienced in the past year and what God has done for me, etc., etc. So let's get into it. So last year, 2022, this is about 2022, crushed in 2022. You know how they say God will take you through the crushing and you come out on the other side. Y'all, I feel like I'm back in the crushing right now too. Well, I'm getting out of the crushing once again. So what I do, God, that's how I feel. Sometimes it's nothing about you that you've done. Sometimes it's like where God needs to take you and we need to be around. So January 2022, y'all, I was working at this tech company, making a good little change, good little cheddar, good little $22 an hour, working from home. And I was also working as a provider, caretaker for my mom, making $8. So $30, are you out of your mind? Making that money or whatever. And I got fired from this job. I was in DR on a vacation. And when I got back, couldn't log in my systems and fired, okay? I actually had to call HR, like, what's going on? They're like, oh, you're no longer working for the company, da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. So after that, life was just happening for me. Like, I had lost my best friend. Like, we were no longer friends. So that was another thing that I experienced that really was kind of like, making me really down. Like, really down or whatever. So lost my best friend. And then I end up losing my job. At this time, my mom had got sick. And I mean, like, she was having like constant asthma attacks. Hold on, y'all. Constant asthma attacks. I hate when my door does that. Like if I open one door, the other door open. It low-key be scaring me. But yeah. So she was constantly having like asthma attacks and all this kind of stuff. So I'm dealing with that too. Plus grad school on top of that. I just had landed an internship the year before. So haven't started yet. So life was just happening for me. Summer comes, I finally get a job, y'all. So from January to July, no job. Finally got a job. Working at a homeless shelter as a youth minister, ministering to children and, encouraging them and doing Bible studies with them, activities after school. And honestly, y'all, I hated the job. It was something that I really wasn't used to, working with little kids. I'm used to working with like high school kids, but they gave me middle school kids. And I was not, really ready for that life. Even though after a while things changed, began to love the kids, not the job. My manager at the time was making my life miserable. I mean, just evil. And God forgive her, amen. And it was just horrible. So I remember around July, I had made a plan with my mom to, I'm going to go ahead and quit the job, focus on school. My refund check was going to come, so I'll be able to have income. I don't have to worry about, paying bills and stuff. So after, that was like August, I'm making this plan with my mom. It's at the end of August. I'm making a plan with her. Okay, good. Then I'm going to quit this day. I'm going to do this. My birthday's coming up in September. And my first day of school is August 29th. My internship starts on the 29th. Cool beans. So I wake up in the morning to go to work. This was my first day going to like a different schedule for work. So I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm at the computer, getting my stuff ready for school, making sure I got everything right on Blackboard. And I had called my mom to check on my mom, y'all. And she didn't answer. So I'm like, okay, well, let me call her again. She didn't answer. And she called me back. And I was listening to the phone call. And all I heard was like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm like, hold on. And I had just picked her up from my sister's house, and made her sit on the couch, got her little snacks together, all that kind of stuff, and I went to work. So I'm like, what's going on? So like an hour and a half later, this was like 12:52, I called her. 1:59, I get a call, and they said, your mother has passed away. And I'm like, you're lying. I mean, I literally went berserk. And I just didn't understand, like, what's going on. So I didn't really believe them. So I had to call my sisters. I'm the youngest of 7. So I had to call my sisters and tell them. I only got to talk to two to let them tell the others or whatever. So we all meet up at the hospital. Mama was gone, like literally gone. So at this time, I couldn't even grieve my mom, y'all. Like my life was flashing before my eyes because at this point I'm working for her as my side hustle. I just planned to quit so I can focus on school. Hold on, y'all, that dryer. So I can focus on school or whatever. And then now she passes away. I work for her. I have to find a place to live because I live with her. Y'all, my life flashed before my eyes. And the fact that I can say this story right now is just crazy because when I recorded it in Jamaica, I was crying. But now we're going to just get through, okay? So after that, I had to start getting ready for school. So I, email my professors, let them know, there's going to be a delay in my assignments. They really didn't care. One lady, she was a black professor. She did care. The white professor, he didn't care. He was like, oh, let me know if you need me. Ha, ha, ha. Time go by. I started my internship a month later. I started my internship in September because my birthday was the 12th of September. My mom's service was 5 days after my birthday because I literally told my siblings, I'm like, please do not let mom's funeral be on September 10th. 2 days before my birthday. It's not about me celebrating my birthday. It's the fact that every year, 2 days before my birthday, it's going to be a funeral in my heart. Like, and I don't want that, So I was like, at least after. Yeah, it don't make no difference, but it still is not lined up with my actual birthday. Bad enough, I was supposed to be born on the 18th now. So the funeral came, and at that time, y'all, my family was cutting up on me. Like, I don't know. I have like a love-hate relationship with my family because I feel like they really do hate me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care who watches this video. I feel like they do hate me sometimes. So I was going through it. Like, they were just mean, y'all, to me. Like, if I say everything that they did, you will be like, what? During that time, it was just evil things done to me from my siblings. And it was to the point, y'all, that I didn't even want to go to the funeral. Like, that's how bad it was. Because it was like, why am I going? I have 6 siblings that's all throwing shots at me. One of them, she was most cordial because she really wasn't talking to them. But like, I was to the point, y'all, where one had cut the food stamps off. They said that they didn't do it, but I think they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was living with my mom and, I had to move out the apartment at a said time. So I literally they told me I had a week to move out. And I'm like, huh? So I had to like go to the place and let them know what my situation was. And the lady was like, well, until you tell me, with coming to my office with a death certificate, then that's when I'll start the process. So she ended up calling me and she gave me into November. So I had 2 months. So my mom passed away August 29th. The service was the 17th of September. I didn't have to move out to November. Glory to God. So after that, y'all, life was lifing for me. Like, I mean, here I am working at a full-time job, working at a school from 12 to 8:30 at night. I was working at the homeless shelter, 12 to 8:30 at night. In the mornings, from 8:45 to 12, I was working at the hospital as my internship. And then on Saturdays, I was doing my internship at another place. So my only off day was literally Sunday. And Sundays, I would just go to church. And at this time, I'm literally trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So every day I'm getting off work, I'm going home, to my mom's house, packing her stuff up, packing my stuff up, cleaning up the house, taking stuff to like donations with my siblings when they'll come by and help to get some stuff out the house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get things out the house or whatever so I can get my life together. So time go by. I end up finally moving out of my mom's house, and I end up moving with a friend. Shout out to my girl, Kendra. My friend Kendra, she lived like far. She lived far from my job, but I ended up living with her for like 4 months. And during that time, y'all, like, it was beauty in it because I was like looking for apartments and going out looking for apartments every other day. And I was just so stressed. And she was like, girl, just come and rest. Like, just come and rest. And I'm like, okay. So I get to her house. I'm living with her. Half of my stuff was in storage. And luckily, I had already had a U-Haul storage when I first moved back to Houston in like 2020. Well, Baytown in 2020. So I had most of my stuff, like my main stuff, you know, my bed, etc., like that, already in a storage. So I just went and put some more stuff in the storage. Put some stuff from my mom's house in the storage too. And yeah, I moved in with my friend. And I was literally, y'all, driving every day from Bush Airport to 288 every single day to go to the high school, then go to the shelter, then go to my internship on weekends, plus going to grad school. Y'all, I was tired. I was tired. So I said this all to say because I'm just telling you what I've experienced in the last year. And during that time, I'm not going to lie, God was just tremendous to me. Like, tremendous to my heart. Like, I'm ministering to these kids, working at this shelter, going to school, all this kind of stuff. During that time, like, I mean, my friends, like, I literally wasn't working, like, because I had to take off for bereavement. So I'm like, God, how I'm gonna pay these bills that I got? How I'm gonna pay for this storage? How I'm gonna do none of all of this stuff? And like, literally, friends were literally just sending me money, like Cash Apping me, Apple Pay, all of this. Like, showed up to the funeral. Like, I mean, just amazing. Like, I still am lost for words to this day about everything that God did for me in my lowest time. Cause like my mom, that's my girl. Like my girl. Mama was older too. Mama was 65, you know, so I'm 29. So of course she had me when she was like 38. And it's just like we had the, you know, the most genuine, crazy, loving bestie type of relationship. And that was really hard, like to lose her. You know, at the time I lost my mom, I lost my siblings, I lost some friends, y'all, during that time. They just wasn't supportive for me, and God was showing me, you know, who they were during that time too of my crushing. Because baby, I was in that bed before my mom passed away. Like, I literally was fighting for my life, y'all. Like, I literally was going crazy. Like, I was depressed, I'm not gonna lie. And it was crazy because like you wouldn't think I was, because I was still like, you know, that functioning depression, high functioning depression, where you're still going on. I was still going on solo dates. I was still trying to hang with some friends, but after a while I stopped answering the phone for friends. I stopped going places with friends. Like, I was just in the bed every day. And I remember I went to my mom and I told her, I said, can you please just give me, you know, some grace, because I had to like be her provider and clean up the house and stuff. And I was like, you know, can you just give me some grace? Because I'm just, my mind is not right. And I think the enemy was trying to take me out. Honestly, like, made me feel like, oh, you're not doing nothing. You're not working, but I'm going to school. Like, you know, the enemy will play with you like that. So I said that to say, because like my mind wasn't right. And after a while, you know, I was always in therapy, but I was only going like once a month. So after my mom passed away, y'all had to go. I had to go twice a week. I had to go once every other week. Like, I literally was going to therapy like it was a job. Like, and that's how I'm able to say this story with so much grace and less emotion, because it was a process, you know. So time go by, I'm living with my friend. I mean, I'm just like, I felt like low. Like, even though I'm in a situation where it's like by force, my mom passed away, I got to move out abruptly. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I knew she was sick. Like, it was nothing like that. She just passed away. So I'm living with this friend, y'all. And it was fine, but it was like I needed attention. I needed affection. Like, my mom, like, we will have moments where we wouldn't talk for a day or two in the house. But like when I used to work at that job, like every morning we would talk before I go to work. We would be on my lunch break just talking on the phone like we just didn't see each other. I would come home to her dinner. She would make me breakfast in bed. Like, it was just, you know, all of that. And to like literally have none of that no more with my mom, ooh, it just hurt me. Just hurt me, you know, just hurt me to the core. And my friend, she was always busy. Like, she worked 2 jobs and she would always perform at night because she was singing and stuff. So she barely was there, but I was so grateful to be working at that shelter because those kids needed love and I needed love. So it was the perfect blend. I didn't look at it in that way. And, you know, God has a way of doing things. Like, God has a way of surrounding you with people before life happens like that. Like, even at the funeral, like, my friends showed up. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I had like 30 people at this funeral. Like, choir, my high school teachers, high school classmates, TSU classmates, you know, co-workers from old jobs, like, friend. I was just like lost of words how supportive people were, because like it was beautiful, because I'm that support for people. Like I show that support to people. So to receive it was amazing, you know. So after that, you know, I stayed with my friend. And during that time, I'm telling y'all, like, people were paying my bills. People were sending me money to pay my bills, pay my mom's cemetery burial fee. This one lady gave me $500 randomly. Don't even know her. In the little lounge. Gave me some money once I told her my story. Sharing your story is beautiful. So share your story. I was getting free therapy sessions. Sometimes my therapist would comp my sessions. I had two friends literally send me money to pay for my sessions. People bring me lunch to work, dropping me lunch. Man, I just like, God literally was like, I got you. Just finish that school. Just, because I literally was going to quit school. Because my mom passed away the first day of school, first day of my internship. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to drop out, take off a semester. My therapist like, that's not part of the plan. This is going to be your story. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to do it. Stuck with school, doing that. I mean, tired. By December of 2022, y'all, I was worn out. Working these jobs, full-time, internship. I was over it. So literally, y'all had booked a trip to Jamaica, which is when I'm supposed to have made that video for y'all and uploaded it, but I didn't. So yeah, so life was just happening for me. It was just, and it's hard for me to like really remember almost everything, but it was so drastic, y'all. It was so tough. I was just tired. Like I feel like I was always fighting for my life. Some days I would just be rolling out that bed. Some days I would call in to work. I never really called in my internships at all, because I need the hours. Like I was more so worried about getting my hours versus getting that check, because some days I just couldn't go. Like I just couldn't get up and go to work or whatever, y'all. So yeah, I was just over it, y'all. I was just over going to work and everything. The manager was still making my life a living hell. I just kept getting wrote up. She would write me up for everything. Or if she didn't write me up because it was minor, she would just make it an issue. And I'm just like, man, I'm done. I'm done with this job, you know. Tried to quit. God said no. So time go by, go to Jamaica, had the time of my life, met some amazing people out there that had the same story as me. I'm just going to give y'all a year story, okay? A year story. So, and I'm just telling you, God can restore. So literally at this time, I lost, you know, my job, my family, my friend, literally everything. And when God removes your places, like, I mean, God blessed me with like 3 coworkers, well, 4 really, that was just so precious to me. I mean, Miss Robbie, Miss Felicia, Miss Jennifer, and Jemiah, like, they were just so precious to me. Even Miss Allie, like, they were just so precious to me during that time, like, just being what I needed, you know, at that time of my life, because I was just like going through the motions, y'all. Like I would literally wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready for work, drive to the high school from 9 to 12, leave there from 12 to 8:30, go to the homeless shelter, go home, well, go to my friend's house, when get home to like 9 o'clock at night, almost 10, wake up the next day, do it all over again. I was over it. That was my schedule every day except Fridays. I got off early. And then Saturdays I did my intern. So Sunday I go to church. So I started going to this church in Houston called Greater Grace. And I ain't gonna lie, what the pastor was giving me during that time was what I needed. That boost, that I got it, you know. And then that church, I met so many spiritual women that became like really close to me, you know. Time go by, the new year come. I'm just like, God, what is it? What do I need to do? I'm still in grad school, trying to finish. I'm just over it. Like, I'm just like, can my life just get better? Like, can it get better? February come. I'm just trying to make the best of it. You know, I stopped complaining at the job because I really was, they was really getting my nerves. Got written up again. I was just over it. March come, and my friend, she tells me like, hey, like, how long are you gonna, you know, be living here? And I'm like, what you talking about? So at that moment, y'all, I was just so hurt. Like, what do you mean, how long you gonna be living here? But she was just wanting to know a timeline because maybe life is hard. And mind you, she wasn't charging me to stay there. I was just give a little $100, a little $200, you know what I'm saying? You know, pay for our food, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really throwing no money like that at her or whatever. And I was grateful that she didn't, you know, put that on me or whatever, that pressure on me, because she was like, come rest. So time go by, y'all. I end up getting my own apartment, which I'm in now. Got my own apartment in March. Moved in like this. Like, I literally applied like on the 16th or the 17th. Moved in the next week. Got my apartment. Made like an Amazon wish list. Friends flooded that wish list. I mean, friends. I got this girl from New Zealand sent me some money. Like, on Instagram. What? So, everything just started working itself out. End up getting a boyfriend. He not my boyfriend no more. End up getting a boyfriend. I mean, life was getting better. Like, I was like, yes, it's getting good in the neighborhood. End up finding out, y'all, that man had a baby. And I ain't talking about no little baby Google Gaga. I'm talking about a 10-year-old. Mind you, I've been knowing that man for 6 years. That man didn't tell me that. So, I learned my lesson, because I learned patience. Patience is a virtue. I learned patience is what I needed to learn for myself. So we have to learn that relationships is not about them, it's about you. What did you learn from this? So I'm like, okay, cool. Cool beans. Life is good. Finished my internship at the high school. Perfect. And now I'm trying to scuffle to get hours. How can I get 300 hours by August? Because graduation is in August. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But guess what? God did. Got those hours, y'all. And I was like scuffling my butt, shadowing people at the internship, getting my hours and doing everything that I could possibly do. Then the summer, I had a blast, like hanging out with friends. Like, I had a good summer, y'all. Like, I had a real summer. I was so happy that I had a summer like I usually have, because the other month was looking really low. The weather outside was frightful. So I end up going to the Bahamas on a cruise with the boyfriend's family. He didn't come. Yeah, he didn't come. I think I made a vlog about that. Y'all seen it. And end up going to the Bahamas. Met another guy. Not on the boat, but before the boat. And to this day, we locked in. So that's happy 6 months. He get on my nerves though, but I love him. Yeah. Met another guy. So I'm like, okay, Jesus, what's goody? You know what I'm saying? When he removes, he replaces. Time go by, go to Mexico with my girls. You know, we in Mexico, so life was getting a little better. Then August, I graduate. And on the 5th, had a little party in my classroom for my kids to celebrate, you know, their accomplishments, them going back to school, me finishing school. They just got back from camp. I haven't seen them in 2 weeks. And y'all, guess what? Your girl got fired. Got fired from the homeless shelter. Got fired. Fired. Luckily, I was there. That's the first time I ever got fired, and I wasn't at work. I was at work and got fired. I was like, yes, God, thank you, God, for the release. God, you gonna pay these bills? God, pay these bills. Today makes 4 months since without a job, and God has covered it all. I have literally paid every bill. Yeah, my car note be behind. It'll be behind. But I have paid every bill: rent, lights, water, gas, Wi-Fi, phone bill, everything. Okay, God been providing. You know, I had my unemployment child. Okay, then I had my savings, but my savings is gone. My savings is gone because it's been 4 months. You know, but yeah. So life was good when I graduated. I mean, perfect. Like perfect. Had a best time at my party, yada 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 yada. I could throw some videos in there. I think about it. I don't know. Had a party, had a grad party / birthday party, because my birthday came around. Visit my friend for her wedding. You know, fell in love. Y'all, I won't say fell in love, but I love a man. And he loves me, which is 6 months locked in. So it was just getting better. So I'm like, God, I seen what you did for me in 2022. And I know it was a blow. I know it was crushing. I know it was dramatic. But it got to be a good story. It got to be a good ending. And by October, y'all, like money was getting low. Like this year, October 23, was getting low. I mean, getting so low. And I'm like, God, what's going on? Still able to pay my bills, but I wasn't able to like go get my nails done, like go get my hair done. Got it done now. Go get anything that I wanted, like traveling. Like I just couldn't do it because I don't have the money to do that and bills. So it was getting a little sad, but I couldn't even get sad, like depressing like I was the year before, because at the end of the day, I have to remind myself, God did it before, He gonna do it again. Period. Remind yourself that. So November come, I'm like, whoa, y'all, what am I gonna do? Baby, I started doing Instacart. Still doing Instacart. Started doing Instacart, and plus unemployment, plus random friends just still throwing me something, you know. So I'm like, okay, cool, God. My bills is paid. I can eat. I can get my hair done. I can, you know, my nails done. I did. My friend gave me some press-on soon. So, period. So I'm like, okay, God, what's good? Start interviewing, y'all, as of last week. Been interviewing everywhere because I'm like, I'm trying to land a job for the new year. Like, you know, and guess what? Your girl got an offer. 2 offers. So now your girl got options. So let's get into that, okay? But yeah, I'm not even gonna share all of that too much, but I just want to let you guys know what has been happening to me in a year. I just gave y'all a year. So for me, losing my mom, losing my job, losing my family, my friendships, all of that, to be on the other side of it. My mom, yes, she's still gone. I love you to life, baby. I got my own apartment. I just got a job offer. God has replaced those friends with great friendships. He replaced that man with a good man, Savannah. And life is getting better. So who's ever going through some trials, some tough times, just know that there's greatness, there's love, there is blessings on the other side. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop here. Your story is not over until you die. It's not over until you in the grave, okay? So be strong, be content in your well-being, be content in your blessings, be content with the finances that you got in this moment, and get out there and make that money. If you got a car, DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, do something. You don't got no car, be a nanny. Like, please, and don't let money and numbers determine your happiness or determine your future. Give your life to Christ and watch him blow your mind. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, random blessings at restaurants, people buying my food or saying don't worry about it. Free therapy sessions, all my stuff on my wish list. Like, some stuff still in the cart, but like literally, like, God has done a tremendous thing in my life in 1 year, and I'm just so happy to see my growth. Like, I know I've changed. I used to be very not showing emotions. I wouldn't really cry. Very hard exterior, soft on the inside, but you would never show it. Now, baby, let's come get this love. I just want my life to be the fairy tale that it's always been, you know, and I want your life to be great. So my motto will always have been, create the life you love with what you got. What's in your hand that you can make blossom? The finances you have, the friends you have, the family. What could you do to make it better? Live your big life. Live your best life. And my 2024 will be amazing. So 2020 was long and suffering. 2021 was a blast. 2022 was preparation of crushing. 2023 was, baby, let me show you that God got you. And 2024, baby, I am here and ready for every door that's opening up to me. So thank you guys for watching my channel. Like, subscribe, share, and make sure you what? Not pop them bottles. Baby, open that Bible. In Jesus' name, amen. Bye, y'all.